Hi, welcome to Black Girl, Black Coffee, a show where we chat about black media over a nice cup of joe. I'm your host, Elise Mitchell, and I'm filming this the same day as I'm filming the last episode, so I still haven't had any coffee, and I'm still out of sorts. This is unofficially the last episode of the project I'm calling The Importance of Black Media. I'm just going to kind of use this episode as a conclusion / wrap up for any thoughts that I have. If you haven't listened to the 3 previous episodes, I would suggest going and listening to those now, because this episode isn't going to make any sense if you didn't. Because I'm not really sure how to just start it, I'm just going to jump in and start rattling off statistics for you, so you can kind of understand why all of what I've talked about matters, why the representation matters, why the amplification of black voices matter, and why the creation of media for black people matters. Just jumping right into it, first off, in a McKinsey research study done on black representation in film and TV, it was found that less than 6% of writers, directors, and producers of US-based produced films are black, and in genres like the superhero genre, the stats are even lower. In conjunction with that stat, when there are no black creatives in senior positions in the running of a film or TV show, there is less than a 3% chance that black talent is going to make it onto that show. Though the black community makes up around 14% of the US population, they only make up around 8 to 10% of the population of Hollywood, so they're even disproportionately unrepresented in Hollywood. Though the black community makes up around 14% of the US population, they only make up around 8 to 10% of the population of Hollywood, so they are disproportionately underrepresented. And when they are given representation, they are often funneled into roles where they act only as a starter for conversations about racism, a one-dimensional character used for representation, and nothing else. Yet, however small or artificial their roles as representation are, it's proven that movies with better representation do better in theaters. Similarly, there is a positive link between black culture and success in the music industry. Hip-hop and rap made up 21.7% of all music album consumption in the US in 2018, making it the most consumed genre of music in the industry, standing over top of pop, which is only 20.1%, and rock, which makes up 14%. Yet very few black artists sit on the list of best-selling music artists. So what does this mean? Why does media that involves the black community seem to do so well, while the black community is treated so poorly in these areas? The answer comes from the way media is consumed in the US. Audiences are encouraged to enjoy media that comes from diverse backgrounds. But the communities that create these diverse backgrounds and these diverse stories are often left uncredited for the work that they've done, simply because the industry cares more about revenue than it does recognition. And that's why black media is so important. Because working in an industry that does not care to repay or credit black artists for the work that they put in, but still reaps the benefits of their labor, it's important for black artists to make space for themselves and create a community where they can thrive and they can reap the benefits of their own labor. And the success of black media is built on the topics that I covered before. Representation is an essential self-serving cycle, both on screen and behind the scene. While representation on screen is there to impact the audience and to create positive change in the community of those perceiving the art, representation also has a positive impact on the future of diversity for those that are creating said art. The amplification of black voices through black culture and using black culture as a counter to traditionally white racist culture is imperative in the challenging of long-held beliefs in the media industry that hold the black community back, and the unlearning of harmful and false narratives that plague the black community. And the creation of media that is for the consumption of the black community, that is inherently and intrinsically black, not only validates the experiences of the black community and unifies the black community under a common yet deeply personal struggle, it creates space for future black creatives to share their narratives and create further success for future black talent and creatives similar to our white counterparts. The success of black media and the popularization of black culture is truly an act of defiance. a declaration of longevity despite the struggles that we faced, and hopefully a sign that the future for Black media is bright. That is all I have for this project. I had a lot of fun doing it, and if you listened all the way through, thank you so much. I'm not sure how often I'm going to be able to sit down and do this, but I really enjoyed this, and I want to keep doing it. So this was an awesome experience, and thank you for listening. Bye bye!